And yes, she's good into the Rise, she's good in the Scion. She can give Vi time, even though Vi can obviously try and ult to get on top of her and hopefully have follow-up. But now, with how the draft has panned out, I think she's kind of just in a phenomenal spot. And also, it's so easy to set up. If Rise is walking forward, Showmaker can just set it up by himself with the wall, as he kind of did there. T1 are going to pick up this Dragon here. Early Ocean, nice for laning, to be fair. And it doesn't mean it's not an Ocean Soul.
But I don't think there's too much kill pressure, as he's going to be the one actually going in. And now Doran maybe overstepping here, a bit out of mana as well. And just trying to walk this one off, saying you don't quite have the damage. And he even gets the plant, which it's kind of rare that that plant denies action, but I digress. As Faker's just dead. First blood goes over to Lucid, and they punish Faker for not having his flash.
See a decent trade back there from the Dplus bot lane. Do have Faker coming down though.
Yeah, Realm Warp coming in. They do have flash this time though, but Career, I don't think he's going to even bother to use it, although he does get the headbutt down. He's still not going to end up using it, as they give the kill over to Pays, who's off to the races on this Kai'Sa. I'm glad Faker's being a good influence once again.
It's a regular thing he does.
We've had one kill apiece. And now they're trying to, I guess, punish Showmaker, but pretty difficult to do so.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to have a Nautilus lead the charge against an Anivia.
Yeah. Well, eventually, the wall will not be long enough, as they do go in. This should be Anivia, as there it is, and Showmaker is totally fine. Owner, on the other hand, uses his flash and also dies. Is just tanky enough. Faker not really able to do enough damage.
That did a pretty great job of clearing the wave, I'll be honest. So she was using the ability well to mitigate the dive. Big investment from Faker in terms of time there, but now he's staying around.
Round 2. That's going to be the flash out of Xiu. But we still have Realm Warp, because he didn't use it the last time around. But Xiu pretty mobile, able to get into the wave, as now we're looking at the bottom lane at 3v3. Faker does get the kill in the top lane. Owner going very deep to try to take out Smash, who has barrier, and just shakes it off. Lucid there on time once again.
Yeah, good kind of play from Dplus on the bot side. I do think Xiu horrendously overstayed after an initial strong play. Yeah.
I mean, if T1 do get ahead and they have a Vi in a good position with flash, and they have Kai'Sa who can ult over the top, sure. But they're not in that position, as this is one way as well to just hide on bush and get Showmaker down. Anivia is back, but Pays is making his way up here, as Lucid's going to get there first. The exhaust is going to help out, and the Nautilus ult keeps all three of them around. And Pays flies in just to help out in the trade. And that's going to be 2 kills going the way of T1. Excellently played.
Yeah, good capitalization. Finding Showmaker isolated and alone is the way to do it. The Realm Warp comes in.
They get the Rift Herald off the back of this as well. Doran able to catch waves. Faker goes down bot. You can see the rotations coming in from T1.
Now the gold's like dead even.
Yeah. Breaks that both teams should be prioritizing. Speaking of which, DK trying to get on top of the first one, but they end up rotating towards mid with the Rift Herald coming down. Keria is just going to go in the Rift Herald over the wall. So that's some nice tech he got there. The flash over the Anivia wall from Owner to get on top of Showmaker. Maybe a little bit too aggressive, but now Doran is here, and Pays flies into the back line. Lucid is just down as Doran gets in there with his ult and stuns the 2 of them up. And T1, they force the fight, and it works excellently for them. Smash has to flash away, but he can't get away from this Rise, as it's a full ace. It's a 5-for-0 ace for T1, 17 minutes in.
Just beautiful execution from T1, doing everything they need to make this fight work. And Dplus are just left floundering when it comes to the 5v5. To get a clean ace at this point of the game, pick up that Dragon as well. Now, I said coming out of the draft, if Dplus loses, they're going to be in a rough spot.
Them in, but T1 are okay with that. As Pays is here as well. Could try to force it. There's the hook on the decoy.
See how defensive Dplus are playing now. Really know that they're on the back foot and just trying to disengage from every situation. And they have to. Generally seen as bad.
Yeah, we've seen so many teams in the mid game just kind of flounder and do nothing. T1 is not going to be that team. We know about the T1 Barons. They're going to go for it. Doran is trying to get on top of Lucid, who does actually get in the pick just to not get the smite and just die. As now we got the Realm Warp on in. Faker is frontlining. And Showmaker again, you know, he puts the wall down, gets flashed over. There's no setup here for DK, and they're just being run around the rift as this should be Smash going down on top of it all. Faker picks up another one. And she was just over here in mid lane trying to run away. And eventually he's going to be going down. It's just kind of a disaster of a game at this point, as T1 has run away with this one in a big way after that last team fight, and they followed up with yet another one.
The level of coordination T1 are showing right now, just leagues above, right?
And, you know, we did see Nongshim come out really strong, but I think this is a different feel today. As Keria is going to go in, we got the teleport coming in. T1 is up 8,000 gold, and they're going to pull the trigger here with the Baron, as everybody is just being rolled over. She was like, please, I want to do something in this backline, but his whole team is dead. And that's going to be the end of that. The Grim Deliverance comes in. It's only 23.5 minutes, and the game is over.
Just decimation, absolute decimation. This game is so one-sided, you know, and I don't disagree with what I said. I felt like Dplus had a great draft, but the execution from T1,
yeah,
they really found the angle.
That's why you were like, we got to see the play first. We got to see the play.
Yeah, they found the weakness, and they just crucified Dplus for it. Found every angle, in causing all this disruption.
Well, Faker might die here. We do have Doran, though, coming over, and actually, I guess maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, actualized as well, boosting the Seraph shield.
Oh, God, wait. It's, now it's becoming like a 2v5, although they killed 2 of them. And Doran is like, well, I'm just going to go in because I might as well. The rest of T1 is coming over. They're like, okay, if you want to end the game now, we can. If you want to fight now, sure. We were going to back off and, you know, farm up a little bit, get the Drakes and stuff, but nah. We'll just come back in and end it now for you guys.
And this game has to feel demoralizing. It's a rough loss at this point. Game 1, you know, was T1 winning, but there was some fight. This one has just been an absolute crushing. And from Dplus's perspective, a complete mental reset going to be needed going into game 3. Still looking for an angle here, but yeah, I don't see it.
Owner, as the headbutt was coming in, he lands his Q and just turns it around on the career. And they're really just styling on them now, as another hook is going to come in. Lucid, no W available rather, as we do have the ult coming in from Pays. He is going to put an end to things, or try to, as they're under the turrets. They're certainly having their fun, but I think at this point they can kind of do whatever they want. We do have the TP coming in. This is from the Zahen, and you know, maybe some shutdowns being given over. This one is given over to Smash.
Yeah. We'll see. IE picked up for Smash. They have 1 Nexus tower.
Well, Doran's taking some damage. And the Nexus tower is under siege. Owner threatening a dive, but doesn't have to. Doran eventually will take critical damage if he keeps just eating ult damage. But for T1, they don't have to overstep. They're going to play it slowly from here. I say that, they immediately just dive the turret, might as well. They get into that backline onto Showmaker, who is not having a very fun time, as he finally does go down, but so will Pays. But nobody has a number on Faker here. Xiu trying desperately, and so does Smash, but just runs straight into the rest of T1, and eventually just dies. As Faker also will. And Xiu getting low as well, but not dying. Finally does go down. Owner takes him out. And Owner going to be using some of that gold. We did see 1 Nexus turret respawn.
Yeah, Lucid's alive, but
yeah.
There's so many super minions.
He doesn't deal
Wait, he's going to get carried. He got him.
Oh, he did. Okay. Well, the Nexus is down. And finally, the very fun ending of that game, the last 5 or so minutes.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.